Hello and welcome back to JBCTR. For those that are new, my name is Johnny and today we're looking at a set of CEUK LED reversing bulbs for a MK8 Fiesta. Now, one of the things I would say about Ford, which is one of the things that I really dislike, is they seem to have this habit of making quite important lights on the vehicle not very good. So the Fiesta Mark 7, for example, great car, terrible headlights. The MK8 Fiesta ST, if you don't opt for the LED upgraded headlights, the standard halogen ones, quite poor. The reversing lights in both the Mark 7 and the MK8 are not great, to be honest, which is where this little upgrade comes in. Now, I'm quite intrigued with these, I must admit. Reason being is because I would quite like some brighter reversing lights, and also, obviously, they give off a slightly whiter colour, which matches the rest of the lights on the car. Now, my only reservation about these, just by looking at them, is if you think about the makeup of a standard filament bulb. Now, when you turn on a standard filament bulb, it emits lights in pretty much all directions. Now, unfortunately, LEDs are slightly more directional. So if you're creating a bulb, as they've done here, you essentially get like a tube and you cover that tube in LED diodes. Now, that's fine, that's all good. But unfortunately, in the application we're putting it into, i.e. a reversing light, the bulbs are actually mounted like this. It's like, so the surface area of the bulb where we want the most light to be emitting from is actually the smallest, which means you then rely on the OEM mirrors to project that light outwards. But thankfully it looks like CEUK have thought of that with these bulbs, and they put like a projector style lens on the very end, which is quite cool. I mean, quite similar to the ones that you see in the Mark 7 and the MK8 non-LED headlights, but like a mini version, so you get a nice little spread of light coming out the end, which I think is quite cool. Anyway, enough talk, let's get it into the car and I'll show you how you can fit these, and I'll let you know my thoughts when they're in.
First things first is to remove the plastic covers on the underside of the boot. Take your trim removal tools and remove the plastic. Next up, unclip this clip here. You'll need to push the tab down on the side to remove. Then, in order to remove the light cluster, you'll need to undo this wing nut. For me, and perhaps the car was new, it was super stiff, so I cheated. I found a 21mm socket fitted perfectly to help loosen it off. Slowly lower the boot lid and remove the light cluster. Now, replacing the bulb itself is pretty simple. A quarter turn to remove the bulb holder. Pull out the old filament bulb and slot in the shiny new CEUK LED bulb. Then reinsert the bulb back into the cluster and twist a quarter turn to secure. Now, replacing the light cluster is just a case of lining up the lugs with the holes in the boot lid and pressing firmly down. On the underside, do up the wing nut first to hold the light cluster in place, and only do it up hand tight. Do not use a socket for tightening. After all, it is only meant to be hand tight. Once secured, you can then plug in the light cluster, replace your plastic cover, and admire your new reversing light.
And then, of course, to do the other side, it's pretty much the same process, although I have realised I've had a slight facepalm moment. In fact, there is no need for trim remover tools at all, as these simply slide off. So just give it a tug sideways and yeah, your cover comes off. Oh. So there we have it, a quick and easy modification to do to a MK8 Fiesta to make the rear reverse lights match by colour the rest of the lights on the car during the day, and then at night also give you a little bit extra visibility when reversing. I think they look pretty good. Now, just on a slight tangent, I'd like to see more of your cars. So if you follow me on my socials down below, feel free to tag me in pictures of your cars. It doesn't have to be a Fiesta, I just like everything really. And if you want to earn a little bit of money by doing that, CEUK are actually running a monthly competition. Now I'll drop the email below. You simply need to email in your image, and then one person per month will get a £50 voucher to spend at CEUK and buy some more stuff like these bulbs. So there you have it. And with that, I think we'll leave it there. If you enjoyed this review and fitting instruction, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more of me and my Fiesta and other car content, then feel free to subscribe. There goes a sight from my soul.